Hello, friends. Here is your podcaster Raphael again, and I hope you have a lovely day. It is Sunday, and I am here back in Germany, and I love to be between Germany and Switzerland. It's very nice, both countries. As a world citizen, what I am, I have lived all over, but now I am here in Europe between these two countries. I'm coming back today about the topic money. As you know, I am the money guru, and I am studying money for decades, as a banker for 40 years, as a healer for nearly 15 years, or nearly 20 years, let's say. And especially I studied the mindset of people with their money, and the attitude to their money, and the connection between money and the psyche, the soul. Because, as we know, the psyche and the soul is very connected to the subject, money, for each person on earth. And as we know, in the world, all is about money. If we look to US, this gigantic injection of money to reactivate the economy of 1.9 trillion US dollar, the enrichment of politicians in Germany in this mask trade affair, or in Germany, the German banks regarding the Cum-Ex business, what cost the German governments billions, or the money laundering of banks and lawyers and trustees and auditors, and for sure the stock market, and thus the asset managers and banks, they are all involved, or it's all about money, okay? But in my case, as mentioned, it is more about the spiritual money cleaning, or in other words, the brainwashing in relation to money. I will talk about that in my next podcast. Today it is about the Bitcoin. It seems that Switzerland, once again, is allowing itself to be used as a money laundering hub. This time by an investment tool, that means the cryptocurrencies, and in this case the Bitcoin. Switzerland is one of the countries most actively invested in Bitcoins, alongside with Nigeria, Peru, and others. All countries of drug and other dirty money. Even the Swiss banks are investing funds for their clients in Bitcoin. Why is that? They look at Bitcoin as a speculation tool to make money. But in my eyes, it is all about money laundering. The Swiss are helping to whitewash unclean money. They give their clean Swiss francs for a dirty object. Bitcoins is a perfect vehicle or tool to launder drug or other black money. Apparently, the Swiss authorities are not aware of these procedures, or they close their eyes, like the German money laundering unit, the FIU. It's a financial intelligence unit. In my opinion, Switzerland has always been used from the outside by internationally interesting groups. Also, the idea of establishing the banking secrecy in 1935 probably came from the outside in order to whitewash money and to hide it in Switzerland. And now, with Bitcoin, a new investment vehicle has been created. Since this international group knows that the Swiss, like the Americans, are money greedy, it was possible to draw the interest of Switzerland, its citizens, banks, and institutions for the Bitcoin. And thus, the money of this international group can be washed clean. Switzerland is and remains a country that let themselves be exploited. If it wants to become neutral, it must give itself a different structure. But before, it must change its mindset about money. It is too money greedy and too money minded and too money dependent. It has to ask itself what is more value in life. Is it money or is it happiness and therefore health? And I mean inner health. But as in the case of Germany, where it is well known that it is the biggest money laundering paradise, no one does anything about it. I had applied to the German FIU, as the Financial Intelligence Unit, a year ago, but they rejected. Probably I was too smart for the FIU. Basically, they and the government do not want to do anything against money laundering, because too many favors among themselves would no longer flow. By favors, I mean those within the politics or among politicians, as well as between business and politics, between business and universities, etc., etc. Therefore, heroes are needed, not to support the criminals with their dirty money, but to put a stop to them in the interest of humanity, or to let the money flow into other channels for the benefit of humanity. Mr. Scholz, as a politician and supervisor of the money laundering unit, is not the right person to act as a hero. So, heroes worldwide, where are you? We cannot find them among politicians, nor among the supervisory authorities. We only can find them among the people, namely among the younger ones, who no longer want to live in a world like the one we have been living in so far. So let's go to the storm. And I don't mean the storm on the US Capitol in Washington, because my name is not Donald Trump. I mean the storm of the corrupt and manipulative, money and power greedy system, or its mindset. And as for their Bitcoin bubble, I wouldn't be surprised when it burst like the first speculative bubble in the economy history, the Tulpin Manie of 1637 in the Netherlands. After the bubble burst, the investor at least had something tangible in their hand. The topic bulb. After a Bitcoin burst, investors have nothing tangible in their hands, just in their way of thinking. They were once a millionaire. With this in mind, I wish all paper millionaires a happy and inside future. Have a wonderful day. All the best. Your Raphael. Bye-bye.